Arsenal have only gone and done it. They've won 3-0 and we're 9-point clear as it stands. What a tremendous performance by Arsenal from start to finish. And you know what? Before we get into all the nooks and crannies and all the details, make sure you hit the subscribe button because it helps out the channel a lot. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss all my important uploads and watch-alongs. But yes, that game was so refreshing to see because of what happened last time we faced Sunderland. And it was so hard for me to even pick a man of the match. I think there was a few people in the runnings. For me, it was Zubimendi, Declan Rice, and I'm going to say, obviously, Gyökeres because he got the 2 goals. But for me, I'm going to say Declan Rice. He was controlling that midfield. He was there. I mean, Calafiori's making mistakes, which is unusual. But who's there to sweep up? Our boy, Declan Rice. But yes, what a performance. How does this victory impact our season? In all the positive ways you can think of. Now, the pressure is now on City. They have Liverpool next, and we are praying that Liverpool do a job on them. They're playing at Anfield, which makes it even more of an advantage for Liverpool. And we know Man City's form away isn't the best as it's been the last few seasons. Arsenal today have showed that this Premier League can definitely come home by being consistent. Although we've been hampered by injuries, we've had no Saka, we've had no Ødegaard. What have we done? We've played phenomenal. The players that have stepped up, they played phenomenal. And we've got 3 points and again, another clean sheet. We have a clean sheet against Leeds, Chelsea, and now we have a clean sheet against Sunderland. It just shows you that the squad depth, Arteta, his setup, the timing of the substitutions, everything is panning out. When Kai Havertz started, I was over the moon because Kai Havertz deserves more game time. And Gabby Jesus, all due respect, played great today as well. Obviously, unfortunate to get a goal, but he was doing what he could. But when Gyökeres came on, the game dynamic shifted tremendously. We was already 1-0 up, of course, before Gyökeres came on because of a sublime finish by Zubimendi, who was actually one of my goal scorers in my pre-match prediction. But when Gyökeres came on, I feel like the team, well, Arsenal, they had a bit more fluidity in their game. It was a bit more open as well because of the running. But also Sunderland, you know what it's like when Gyökeres is on. Sunderland are kind of pinned back, but because they're a goal down, they also need to attack. And with Gyökeres and Havertz playing on the same pitch at the same time, the goals will come. Havertz got the assist, Gyökeres got the goal. And I mean, what power by Gyökeres. He's slipping and still managing to discharge a superb finish, considering he's slipping. And then for the second goal, Martinelli, who's moved on to the right now, in place of Madueke, blistering pace, unselfish of him, and Gyökeres just taps it in, and that's 2 for him now. And what is that, 13 goals this season, 14 goals? Not bad. I told you, if you can get those numbers, even 20, I think the price tag's justified. Of course, we knew he's not going to get a goal every game like he was in Sporting. It's a completely different league, very defensive, very physical. But so far, he's proven his worth. Have we finally unlocked Glock 14? I don't promote violence, but I'm all for Glock 14 right now. Moving on. Another thing I want to talk about was the defense. Calafiori, I don't know if it's the injuries or there's something was a bit off today. He was making some silly challenges, which he didn't need to. End up getting, a yellow card. But yeah, he just gave the ball away a few times. And it was a bit unusual, but it was still positive. And Nketiah came on. We know how great Nketiah is when it comes to his defensive duties as well. And it's just how important squad depth is and the variety we have, that if a left back isn't playing well, we've got someone on the bench who is on the same level or if not better. I'm not saying Nketiah is better than Calafiori, but it's nice just to have, a variety of players that are quality. And I was also thinking about Lewis Skelly this game. I'm like, what does this mean for him? Because in a moment when you want to see out the game, you're not putting on Lewis Skelly, you're putting on Hincapié. So could this be the end of Lewis Skelly? Or will he be transitioning back into that midfield role, which he originally was playing, but was then moved to left back? David Raya, he had a few howlers. I mean, there was at one point he was doing hot potato with the ball. Thankfully, never end up in the back of the net. Also, misplaced the catching of the ball. Could have ended up at the back of the net. Also, could have got himself booked because he tried to sweep the ball away. It could have went very, very wrong. So we're very, very fortunate in that department. Right back, Timber, of course, class. I think that the overlapping that Ben White does, you can see the difference between the two. Timber's fantastic defensively. But I think when it comes to Ben White overlapping runs, he's the best in the team. And the best at that right back position. Zubimendi, class performance today. Got a goal, winning his duels, winning the aerial duels. Tried a few passes that could have got him an assist. But overall, fantastic. I think the changes were made at the right time. And it was nice to even see Christian Norgard on. Obviously, he didn't have many minutes, but it was nice to see him play. Do we miss Saka and Ødegaard? In my opinion, I don't think we do. I think the quality that we have is just showing that when players go down with an injury, we can still make things happen and we can still carry on the momentum. The momentum is the most important thing. And Arsenal are doing that so well. I was thinking to myself, would we have got the same scoreline or would we have won if Saka was playing an Ødegaard? I don't know. I really don't know. Because with Havertz, he's very unselfish. Martinelli, if that was Saka in that position, would he have passed? Would he have even scored? I don't know. I'm not saying that Saka and Ødegaard are holding us back. I'm not saying Saka is terrible or Ødegaard. I'm just saying that since those two have been injured, we're getting more goals. And we're scoring in the first half. Obviously in the Chelsea game we didn't. We left it very late. But Havertz is doing a good job feeding in the strikers. I'll tell you that. He's looking for passes. And he's using the attacking players as decoys. And he almost scored a worldie today. So yeah, that's the question I want to put to you guys. Do you think we are playing a much better game of football with the likes of Saka and Ødegaard being injured? Or do you think we could even turn it up a notch if they were both playing? Who knows? We know that it's not going to be a long-term injury for Ødegaard or Saka, or hopefully not. And even Trossard went down today. I'm just praying it's cramped because he had a great game as well. He was putting in the crosses. But this performance is probably one of the best I've seen Arsenal do this season, especially in the second half. The first 20 minutes of the game, piling on the pressure, but we know that teams like to do the low block. So that's why it's important to score early because then you unlock that low block. And Arsenal got 3 goals. I've tipped them to have 2 goals today, but 3 goals, more the merrier. We got to see what happens with Man City and Liverpool tomorrow. Let's hope they bottle it, and then they'll be called the bottle jobs at the end of the season. But thank you so much for listening. Like I said, make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss uploads or watch-alongs. Make sure you comment down below about the performances today and any key players that you felt did a fantastic job. And make sure you like the video. Till next time.